Hi, it's Laura over here at Hyperstamper. I just finished this smaller Christmas journal. This one is really sweet. I picked up this from a Christmas book from the 1940s, and it took me forever to find one that would fit in this little frame. And these are two vintage earrings here holding it down. I've got some cheesecloth and antique crochet there, and I've got my vintage beads all threaded for the bangle. This book is called Children of the New Forest, but look at these beautiful deers. It just, as soon as I saw it, I knew it was going to be a Christmas journal, front and back. It's so fun. So let me show you the inside. I've got this 1920s music sheet here, Joy to the World, and this is from a 1950s Christmas book. And I've got a nice pocket here that I'm going to stuff a little surprise in that the owner of this journal will get. In fact, this will be on my website, hyperstamper.etsy.com. Sorry, I meant my Etsy shop. And everything in here is authentic, of course, antique and vintage Christmas ephemera, and has lots of fun things tucked inside. So stay tuned here. That's from a 1950s book. This is from a vintage magazine from the 50s, how to make these wonderful ribbon whorl decorations and some cheesy Christmas decorations there. Look at this sweet vintage Christmas card here with the original envelope that was never sent, but gifted to me to use in my journals. And look at this little teeny tiny magazine piece here, the little girl with the beautiful little hat on in the snow. Love it. And then back here, this actually came from a dust cover from the Christmas book. So you can journal on the back of that. And then on the flip side here, we've got another wonderful piece from a 1950s magazine with this wonderful little Christmas image here. It's not fun, the train with the trees in it, and antique paper on the back. But this one here will blow your mind. I've never seen a postcard like this. It's super old. So this one is probably around 1910, and it has the silver on it, which was a big deal. So this would have been a very expensive postcard. And I just love that it's got the lamp here that is shining the light, which is the picture of the house. I just think it's wonderful. Love it so much. And it's a little hard to put that in the journal and give it away, but it is time, as I've been saying. Another wonderful Christmas magazine page, and this is a vintage bird book page from the 60s, and I picked it because it's got the nuthatch and the pine cones there, and I made it into a pocket here. And even though this looks like just a piece of antique paper, which it is, it also has this wonderful inscription down here, Percy Davis, Christmas 1910, and that came out of another antique book, but I set it aside for a Christmas journal because I just love the inscription. Books 100 years ago were a big deal to get. It would be like us getting a CD. A CD, they don't even have those anymore, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that was their entertainment. To have a book was pretty special. And then there's this wonderful plate from the 1930s, and that is Scrooge there. And I put this here to remind me the date of this page. It is 1861. And how snowflakes are formed. How cool is that? That's so cool. And then that is just, I used this interior spine piece here because it had the red on it. And this is from the 1880s here. It is a passage book, and it is actually a day journal. And it goes right to December 24th there with little Bible passages and sentiments on that side there. So that's the only page like it. Then I have this really great 1920s page here. We've got the little pigs under the mistletoe, and then we've got the two pigs going down on the toboggans with the kittens. And I made that into a pocket as well, and just slipped in here a little journaling book with antique ephemera. I like to use my scraps up when I can. And a vintage music sheet about Christmas and winter, Jingle Bells. This is from 1884, the Brown Thrush. Look at that beautiful winter scene there. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful with the deer. And I picked that one because of the deer on the front. This is from 1925, and I chose this one because it has this wonderful little poem about the snow. Look at the little kids there shoveling. More Christmas music. I hand stamped that card on there. This is a beautiful story about Bethlehem from the 1930s when Santa Claus comes. This is from this little book here, The Wise Robin, which is very, very old as well. And I was lucky enough to use the plates from this book throughout my Christmas journal. So I love this one, the kids having a snowball fight. That's sweet. And then of course there's our vintage bird book card right there as a centerpiece there. And there's another flip side of that, the Wise Robin Christmas book there. And this is just a nice little vintage playing card, but it's got the lady skating with her presents on the ice. And then this is also from this one's from a 1940s magazine. And I just chose that one because also it has a Christmas advertisement in it. I love the old Christmas ads from 70 and 80 years ago. They're just classic. This is a great page here from a 1930s children's book. Some fun clusters, another Christmas music sheet, some crochet pieces there, vintage school book. I know I'm going fast because I want to keep your attention. Another really fun little, look at that. Look at those images. How fun. More Christmas elves up there. Vacuuming. They don't come to my house and vacuum. I'll tell you that right now. And there is another Christmas book page. Another different Christmas book page from the 30s. There were shepherds. And just some vintage wrapping paper up there. And oh, here, this is so wonderful. And this is also from the, I want to say 1905. Look at the little girl with the muff and the boy with their boys didn't wear long pants until they were all grown up. So that sometimes tells me how old a page is. This is a things to make and do. Lots of Christmas things there. That's the flip side of that one. Look at these hilarious crafts you can make, or I guess that's bread. No. Okay, so this is how to make fun dishcloths and packing your presents. Vintage wrapping paper. This is a pretty little children's book page here. And on the flip side is the snowflake poem. And here's another 1950s piece here. A nice winter scene on that one. And come on, Laura, you can do it. There we go. Look at how sweet this one is. That is, the artwork is just wonderful. The colors are still vivid. It's just really precious. And I love, this is from the early 1900s children's book, Snowball. Look at that. How many white cats are named Snowball? Apparently a lot. But there's a wonderful little poem there. And then here's a great vintage page here. Actually, that's an antique page, I believe. And she's wrapping her present there. And I love the inkwell and feather. That's how she would have written out her tags. Look at that. A Christmas jumper. And here's a pocket made out of a doily. And in here it says A Christmas Feast. The poem on the back. So it's just a little one, but I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. You can find this at hyperstamper.etsy.com. And please come back soon. Bye for now.